What's up, everyone? Happy Power Hour. Hope everyone's having a good day. June gloom continues for me. My Wooga is needing some down moves, and it just does not look like this market is going to come down at all. In fact, I've considered just closing her out and just calling it a day before it puts me in the red any deeper. I've had one TLC stop. That was it. Made a little bit of money day trading this morning, and I hit a few Elmo profit targets. Just pretty small though, like 2 contracts. So, and there's been periods of times in here let me go to SPX. There's been periods of time where you could make some money today. I entered right about here on my TLC at 9:30, and it just ripped since then. In fact, we've only seen 3 consecutive red bars once, and that was at 11:45, and the third one was getting bought up really quickly. So there hasn't been a pullback all day. So I don't know why I would think there'd be one here to end the day. So that's about it for me. I really don't have much else to add here for Power Hour. It's been a pretty rough go today for me. Just about every trade I've gotten into has been red except for this morning. So, yeah, Woogas are. I'll show you my Wooga. It's let's see if I can pull it up here. I mean, it's still inside the break even, but it's more of a mental thing for me right now. So it's just every little dip gets bought right back up. So, but I'm definitely I just need a break from TLC, and what I thought was a good entry today ended up not being a good entry. One thing I feel like I've noticed a little bit here in June with some of my TLC trades is it seems like afternoons have been, if someone waited and didn't trade this morning at all, like this has been a pretty good afternoon success. I think Leo had a 20-40 16 out, and it's been pretty good price action really this afternoon in terms of delta neutral. But even with premiums being small, so it's not like it's not like we've seen just a massive rip up or a massive drop like we have seen over the last, that's happened quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. But today's just been more of a slow grind. If we can get some sellers here, my Wooga here could really bail me out. But like I said, the problem is with every red bar, every little pullback we've gotten, it just gets bought up so quickly. Coinbase has just been on a tear. I was actually long coin on a day trade, and I had one contract left. It pulled back and ate a lot of my profits, and I closed out my last contract, and then it just ripped after that. again, it's not the so it's it's things like that. It's been affecting me mentally. Is I've even exited some winning trades that would have been even more profitable if I just would have held 5 more minutes or something like that. So, but here we go again. We have a little bit of a pause here, and now we've got another green bar coming in. We'll see if it extends through highs or if it gets pushed down. It's just hasn't been. Yeah, you think there'd be some type of profit taking today. I mean, the old Wooga could use some really quick theta decay here, or just 5 points down. Is that too much to ask for? So coming down here a little bit, getting some profits, back here. One thing I shared the back test in my channel, and it's pinned in our channel, but it's Moel's back test. But one thing I don't like about it is, even though it tests really well, is because they're 15 minutes apart. Some days, this is twice it's happened to me where it's the exact same strikes, and so like today, I would rather have it. I would rather have a wider range by having strikes offsetting. You usually got that whenever you got in at 120 central and then at 250 or I'm sorry 150 central, which is 30 minutes apart, which was that OG Wooga. But 15 minutes apart, you don't always. Sometimes you get the same strikes. I mean, for those that are in Woogas and need a down move, if I close mine out, I feel like I'm sure it'll come down for you. Yeah, it touched 6,100, didn't it? That's my break even. So if it goes up much past that, I might just say let's just call her a day. One of my Woogas is down 25% already. One down 25%, one's down 8%. So maybe it won't be able to break 6,100. Coinbase up over 12, up about 12.5% now. I can say this: a lot of the long-term stock shares when I purchased the dip. Oh, I remember when that was, a couple months ago, when all the tariffs talk started. All that's doing pretty good. VIX down to 17.38. It's been a while since I've had a little bit of a break from trading just in general too. No break this week though, with Steve being on vacay. S&P trying to touch 6,100 again. I don't know. Sometimes my trade steward just flashes max profit like it's doing it again. Like it just did this again. I'll post it in the chat. I don't understand why it does that. Does that anybody else's do that? And then it'll come back to like reality. Yours does that, Elliot? Okay. Okay. Hmm. I just started noticing it yesterday. Today was like death by like 1,000 paper cuts. Just kept creeping up, kept creeping up, kept creeping up. Nah, I'm not. I'm done with some TLC for a while. I don't even know when I'm gonna pick it back up. To be honest with you, it's just need a break from it. Hope everybody else is profitable. Right, Moel. Let's see. Django. Yeah, I mean, I can. This is. I mean, I'm not sure which Wooga bot are you wanting. I mean, there's a ton of them. There's Steve has a lot of the Wooga bots in his trade plans. Are you wanting the one that I'm currently doing? Like this isn't the one I've always done. Like I used to do the 40 delta 10 wide. This one's 40 delta 15 wide. So let me see here. Yeah, the 40 delta 10 wide's in Steve's trade plan. I would do that because it's the 40 delta 15 wide. It's more risk. Like your loss is like a max loss is more than a 10 wide. But it's just the kind of the OG Wooga is 145, 150 central, and then the Ewooga is like 120 central. Nice job, Moel. See, there's been definitely pockets of being able to get profit targets. And who knows, if I wasn't just so mentally in a bad spot with my trading right now, I had that full stop, most likely I probably would have put another TLC trade on and probably hit profit targets. Mike, it's just 40 deltas. That's what it is. I, I don't really like. I have the bot do it. But when I was trading it just normally without a bot, I mean, yeah, 35, 40 delta right in there. I mean, one side's it might be skewed one side or the other. Yeah, usually not like a 52, but 36, 43 or something. Well, we were getting a little bit of down move, and well, gee, what do you know? What happened? It immediately got bought up. Incredible. Truly, truly been an incredible day to watch this just go straight up. Yeah, now it is outside the break even. Yeah, now it's going to get ugly here. Yeah, I wonder where this is going to end here. Who knows? It may reach all-time highs today. It's been pretty incredible with my red days. I think I've had maybe 3 or 4 green days in June, and that's it. Every morning it's like, okay, be very careful today, be very strategic, and then turns out red. It's been one of those months. So right at 6,100, S&P is. Apple and Tesla are in the red, believe it or not. This has been as brutal of a stretch in my trading career as I've ever had. That goes back to when I was just starting and making dumb mistakes. Back then there wasn't any, I didn't do any paper trading. So it was just thrown right into the fire. Now just dip back below 6,100. The Nasdaq, it hasn't gotten like S&P, and the Nasdaq's up 1.5. It's still Nasdaq's still stronger, but it's not up above highs of day like S&P just hit. I would take a good 7 to 8 point drop. So I guess homes will be interesting today. See if we can get a fill. VIX was creeping up there a little bit. Nasdaq, it's coming down a little bit. but not the S&P. Back up above 6,100. Yeah, VIX climbing. VIX climbing and S&P climbing. One Muga down 30% and the other down 14. Not looking too good. Let's see what some stocks are doing here. A lot of stocks have pulled off highs of day. Again, there's only been one time the entire day where we've had 3 consecutive red bars. I mean, if you don't count, I guess I didn't count right when the market opened, but since it's been marching up, everything has been bought up. And if we're close to break even, I would love to just get out of break even, to be honest with you, Moel. Microsoft coming down. Coinbase coming down a bit. Nvidia coming down a bit. Tesla going up. S&P still back above 6,100. Amazon trying to bounce. VIX creeping up. Yeah, that's true, Bosch. I mean, it's got to stop trending for sure. You got a little latitude with 10, 15 wide wings, but yeah, at some point it's got to stop going the same direction. It's been on the upper end of the VWAP all day. VIX still creeping up. Thank you, Kelvin, for closing your Wooga and sacrificing it. Now, now it'll come down for all of us. Yeah, I don't think it's coming down. You probably saved some money there, Kelvin. Probably be smart if I did the same thing. Yeah, you're right, Kelvin. Losses do add up really quickly on a Wooga when it gets past the break even. VIX very telling of what's coming. What do you think's coming, Moel? VIX going up. Down? Gosh, I hope you're right. VIX popping. That'd be good for Mahomes, Bosch, if you can do that. Just something that just doesn't want it to come down. I mean, the Nasdaq's coming down though. Like it's been trending downward now for 35 minutes. Not the S&P. Oh no. That's because we're in Woogas. Pretty remarkable, really. You got Nasdaq trending down, and the S&P just will not come down. S&P back above 6,100. $61.01. Microsoft coming down. Yeah, Apple and Tesla still red. Boeing in the red. It's really liking that 6,100 number. Sell, baby, sell. Microsoft really falling now. Wooga may be back in business. Keep selling, baby. Keep selling. The Wooga is back in the profits. You never count out the Wooga, Kelvin. How quickly will this get bought up? That is the question. All right. Oh, I didn't even have time to close it and it got bought up. Wow. I was literally just going to close my trades out for profit in a matter of a couple seconds. I literally was going to hit the close all trades button. And by the time I looked over, it was already popped. Okay. Yeah. I guess it closes itself out at 51. So in 4 minutes. But yeah, look at that SPX get bought up. Wow. That's crazy. She got bought up really quick. NASDAQ got bought up pretty quick as well. Back up to highs of day almost. Well, and there it goes. Just popped. Up above 6101. I was all back in the profits, and now I'm back down about $2,000 in a matter of minutes. Well, let's see if it can stay above 6,100 or not. I don't know. Mahomes may not want to come out and play today with how it likes that 6,100. He's tried to go above it, and it's been a little difficult trying to get above 6,100. All right, my Woogas have 1 minute. Sell, baby, sell. Sell, baby, sell. I'm getting some green coming in, folks. It should be closing it. Look at that wooga. OMG. I can't even believe what just happened. These are my woogas. I gotta focus on the homes. I can't believe that just happened. Okay, put an order in on the 95s. I did want to bail, Ken, but I didn't. Thank you, Kelvin. I owe you. Okay, working the 95s and 100s. Filled. Which one did I get filled on? Looks like the 100s. Can I get my verticals in? Ooh, it's already coming down. Man, I should have already. I didn't get my vertical in time. Price coming down. And locked. Winner. What a beautiful Mahomes winner. I was in the 100s. Abosh. Wow, what an end to the day. I mean, I ended up green on the day, guys. Both accounts. Thanks to Woogas and to Mahomes. Ooh, my other account got filled on the 95s. That Mahomes idea was just a two lotter. But need to move away from 95 here for this account. Come on. It's got to move, though. It's got to move. It's got to keep moving. Yeah, what a beautiful drop that was. Ten seconds left. This looks like this is going to be a little bit of a loser. This one in my other account. Or maybe not. There it goes down. 6092 ends up being a $32 winner. Oh yeah, because I got filled. Oh, I didn't notice that. I got filled at 250 on that Mahomes. Let's see here. Let me switch it. Yeah, so it ended. Let me see if I'm on the right stream. There we go. Yeah, so it ended right here. So about a a little small winner. So, all right, guys. Yeah, I feel a lot better right now than what I did when I started this stream. So I want to thank Kelvin first of all, and everyone else for being a part of Navigation Trading. We'll catch you all later. Peace.